Welcome to the first Speedpaint I've uploaded to YouTube. I think it's the first one. I didn't actually bother checking. Apologies. I don't believe I've uploaded another one though, but I had a holiday off today, so I thought, hey, I will actually upload something. I don't get a lot of time off work, so this is purely unscripted, which you can probably tell from how unstructured my sentences are right now. But yeah, so this is me drawing Draco for her new reference sheet. Draco's gone through a lot of changes over the years. She did start out as this random cat slash feathery dinosaur OC that I randomly made when I was just messing around. She wasn't actually my persona at first. She just kind of ended up being my persona by virtue of her being my first character, so I'm quite attached to her. But yeah, I've had to redesign her loads and loads and loads. She did end up becoming a sheep at one point, but now I have settled on her being a goat. It just, I don't know, her, like, the horns are just easier for me to draw. That is purely it. I did have more sheep slash ram horns before, but they were very hard to draw. She was looking very inconsistent, so I've just ended up changing her design mainly based on how I'm comfortable drawing, to be honest. But yeah, and also a lot of people, when they come to my streams on Twitch, which is where I'm usually uploading, not really a big uploader to YouTube, so this is very rare. I would like to do this more often, but I just don't have the time, unfortunately. But this is a rare occasion, so yeah. Basically, she is a dragon, part dragon, so she does have the wings here, and she also has a dragon snout. Because I get a lot of people being like, Draco is not a dragon, she's just a goat. Your name makes no sense, Draco. But no, she is part dragon, and she doesn't like to fly though. So her wings are like completely useless, basically. But yeah, so she's become like way more cartoony over the years, because that's just my preferred drawing style, to be honest. This was quite nice because I got to practice different line weights and stuff. It's something I've been struggling with. Whilst I have been practicing drawing, but I don't know what it was when I drew her here, but it just kind of seemed to slot into place and make sense in my brain all of a sudden. So I actually had pretty good brush control in this one, which is nice. pretty rare for me to be able to have varied line whips, because I used to draw with just a solid stroke at one, I forget what you call it, one value, basically. So yeah, wow, she's definitely looking the best that I've ever seen her so far, personally. Although, I mean, I guess that's up to preference. Some other people might prefer how I've drawn her in the past, but this is definitely more me. I've even fully clothed her for once, because, well, I wanted her to wear my clothes, so she'd feel more like me, as she is just me, basically, but as a goat slash dragon. So yeah, I've even drawn her today, actually. I've drawn a headshot of her, which I'm gonna upload soon. Well, I say upload, it's not finished. I've just done the line art for it, but I'm gonna be finishing it on Twitch later today, I think, maybe. But yeah. And also her ears, oh my god, her ears were an absolute pain to decide on, because I've had them overlapping the front of her face, which I feel like makes more sense in a way, but it just wasn't working with the cartoony style. So, because it is just, like, she is cartoony, so, like, I can be a bit unrealistic and have her ears, like, attached to the back of her. It just looks better for the character design overall. Oh my gosh. This was this was so hard to do. So I wear a lot of flannel stuff in real life. But wow, I have these halftone brushes on Photoshop, but they were just not playing. You'll see in a minute, they just do not look good at all. They look so flat. So I painstakingly do end up having to draw each individual line, and I'm glad I did because it did turn out a lot better. I'm just hoping that I can replicate that when I draw her again. Because another reason I've been doing this drawing style in particular is because I'm trying to develop an art style for when I eventually make this comic that I'm wanting to make, and this will be the style that it will be in. I have actually designed one of the main characters, who is a cat. Another one is also a goat, but I'm actually quite... You would think that I was struggling with the goat design of all the designs, but I am. So, you know, we're just pulling through. But yeah, but as for, like, she has old lore, does Draco? She's supposed to hoard bells. That's where her bell comes from. She thinks that, like, plastic, cheaply made bells are, like, real solid gold, and because of her dragon tendencies, she likes to sleep on a pile of bells and thinks that she's really super duper, like... She's just so, like, proud of herself for acquiring all these bells and thinks that she's, like, insanely rich because of it, but actually she's just... she's just got a load of awful plastic bells that she's just sleeping on. I just thought it was funny. So that's where that comes from. Not sure if I'll carry that over to this design. It worked more when she was a bit less humanoid and more creature-like. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I don't know if it just feels weird now that I've made her more humanish. Cause yeah, her hands as well, on the last ref sheet, she has paws, which I do actually end up putting some design notes on this ref sheet saying if you are going to draw her, I'll say more furry, that she does actually have paws, instead of goat hands. I don't know why. I don't know why that's the case. I just like that, so that's why. I just find it hard to draw. I see a lot of people who draw goat OCs. They have like the hoof hands as well. I struggled enough to actually make her feet hoofs, but I did want to keep more of the goat element on her, so I did force myself to push through that and actually draw that. But as for her hands, plus I want to get better at drawing, like, hands, so I just thought with her being my main OC that she may as well have more humanoid hands, so that I may actually practice that, because I just love drawing. I just want my drawings to improve, so why not have my persona, the thing I'm drawing most, have elements that I want to improve at? It's actually partly why she's also a goat. I really struggled with goats when I first started drawing Draco, but now I feel pretty good about it, and it's nice to, like, see myself, like, improving. Also, I definitely mess up the spelling on being tired, because I was tired when I wrote that, and that's why I put it on my dislike sheet, and you could tell I'm tired because I spelled it wrong, but I did actually fix that when I uploaded this, so I did catch that. Oh, it's actually tragic. I really, I mean, I don't know, hopefully people like this ref sheet, but I actually sometimes really struggle with the layouts of ref sheets. I also get Duckman in here. I just pulled him from another document. I was gonna draw him, but I was like, I like to recycle some things where I can, just to save on time, really. But yeah, what was that? I was about to say something, but I've completely forgot. I don't know how interesting this audio is. Hopefully it's interesting. I just think a lot of Speedpaints shove music on, which I was going to do, but I wanted to make it, like, more worth watching, you know? Like, add some commentary to it. But I don't know, maybe you guys hate that. Maybe you guys hate this style of Speedpaint, so let me know if you want me to shut up next time. Oh my gosh. But yeah, wow. I'm just so happy with how this turned out, to be honest. Like, it's exactly how I actually envisioned her this time. I end up having time to draw the back of her. I might go back and add that though. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Goodbye!